Alright y'all, I have reason to believe that Park cards can be the reason why Park fucks up and goes under the same downward spiral my team is going on right now. Let's get into it. Before we start the video, if you guys aren't subscribed, why? Go ahead, click the button. That was aggressive. Nah, just click it though. Make sure to like if you guys enjoy. Let's get into the video. So I was logging on 2K17 the other day, and I'm sure if you guys were on that day too, y'all saw the Park card advertisement. And I was like, here we fucking go. Where have we seen this before? 2K14. If y'all remember, 2K13 was the introduction to my team. Now to give you a little brief synopsis of what happened, basically my team came out, 2K13, it was very similar to Ultimate Team. You picked up cards, and the cards you had, depending on how well they did in real life, fluctuated in value, kind of like a stock market. I really like that method. So if you knew Bynum was gonna do well, he wasn't really. No, he was injured. Alright, so if you knew LeBron was gonna do well, you could pick him up and then he'd go up in value, you sell him, you make profit. At the time, the purpose wasn't to collect all the cards, but now it is. That was a change made in 2K14 because it makes more commercial sense for 2K if people try and collect all the fucking cards than if they just had a select few, they made builds. And so that's when it started. The whole pack thing, the sport genre was one of the first to pick that shit up. Now every game has packs, right? They call them treasure chests or loots, or, you know, Uncharted has them, Call of Duty has them. Games that should not have pack openings have pack openings now because it's a great way to make money. But the problem isn't making money. We understand that microtransactions here at the end of 2016, this shit still exists. You know, we're not angry that it exists, although I'd prefer if it didn't exist. But the mistake that 2K made was every single year they made it more and more difficult for you to make VC. I mean, just this year with one of the latest patches, remember I made a video explaining that the best way to make VC is to get the $4,000 and the $6,000 VC endorsement deals on my career. That's been patched. Now, there's an underlying reason why it was patched. There was a glitch people were using to skip to those days so they can rack up the VC, which is okay, you're gonna patch it, but don't remove all the fucking VC. Fix the actual problem, fix people skipping it. And then this is when people turn to the glitchers like they did something wrong. The game itself was broken, and so people are gonna take advantage. The game shouldn't have came out broken. We understand that there's gonna be bugs, but then to remove the whole feature, all I'm saying is every year, you're getting less and less VC for the same amount of work, and so it's getting to the point where it's difficult to compete with some of these other guys unless you buy microtransactions. They're adding more and more ways just to profit, which is fine for the most part until it gets to the point where unless you're spending an abnormal amount of money, there's gonna be people who have an unfair advantage. Every single time a patch is made, whether the sharpshooters get nerfed or something else gets buffed, people are creating new archetypes. Well, they fucked up my player, I'm about to create a new one. And then unless you're going through that whole 55 overall grind, then you're likely gonna buy some VC, upgrade your player. You also have to deal with animations. In total, you're likely spending 180k to 200k per player. And unless you're dope on the ante-up, there's no other way to make that VC. I mean, even recently on my team, there's been a lot of people banned for sniping. Basically for shooting at someone, buying them at a very low cost, and then selling them at their fucking market price. A lot of those guys were unbanned, but the fact that they were even banned to begin with, it was very clear 2K doesn't want us making VC the way we were in the past. And so that's all backstory to say that it's getting more and more difficult for you to make VC. If you play 2K15, 16, 13, trust me, it was a lot easier. So back to the Park card thing. Y'all remember what happened with my team. So packs got a lot more fucking expensive this year. I know in Canada, the cost of VC went up, and you hear YouTubers complaining about it. In fact, you don't have to be a YouTuber to have gone through the struggle. My team is gone. I'm gonna link a video in the description if you missed it. I went through the stats and everything on how my team's fallen the fuck off, and I talked about some of the main reasons, but the quick summary is they basically made it a pay-to-play game mode. If you weren't buying packs, you were at such a severe disadvantage that only people that really enjoyed the underdog thing, where you have a worse team and you beat the other person, you feel good about yourself, were really fucking with my team. It turned a lot of people off, and on top of that, they weren't even dropping the best cards to start the year, so people were paying hundreds of dollars on garbage pack odds. And you could say, hey, why don't they use the auction house? Because the auction house now has a fucking limit on it so that people can't trade cards. So if you do a wager with a friend, apparently you're not supposed to be fucking doing that. And it feels like for no reason, just for really scumbag profitable reasons, they don't want other people buying from third-party websites who sell VC and MT at a cheaper. People are getting banned for that. Y'all know what happened to LSK? And then my team fell off, and it all started with the cards. every year they got more expensive, there was more cards to collect, and then only the people who were really paying money or either no life the game, because that's also an option, were able to succeed. And it's the same thing, it's reminiscent of 2K14 My Team all the way up to now is happening all over again with Park. You gotta understand, there's a reason why Park isn't getting nearly as much attention as My Team. So 2K is not the actual developer of the game, they're the publisher. So they're gonna see this game mode is fucking doing well. People are buying VC. Y'all need to start spending time on this game mode. And so the developers start to focus on creating these cards and this new content and these new challenges for My Team. Even though they know damn well that My Park is the most played game mode on the game. They said it themselves in a live stream. And so if My Park is the most played game mode in the game, it doesn't make any fucking sense for the most played game mode to get no attention. To the point that they literally used the same fucking park maps from last year. The same park maps, y'all. They didn't even change it up. They had a whole year and no new maps. Everything was brought over from previous 2Ks and people were angry about it. Of course they are. They have a right to be. Until Park is getting people to purchase the amount of VC that My Team has people spending MT, then it's not even gonna be a contest. They're gonna spend their time on the game modes that result in the most fucking revenue. That's it. That's their end goal. And you know what? It's disappointing because if you guys follow gaming in general and you're not just a 2K person, you know that there's companies like, you could argue Rockstar. Rockstar makes very good content like Red Dead Redemption and GTA 5. Naughty Dog with The Last of Us, and you played Uncharted. Those developers, you can tell, focus on the game. And when you focus on the game, people will come and then they end up making profit. The Last of Us blew up as a new IP because it was such a fucking masterpiece. Even in those games, they have microtransactions, but they don't take it as far as 2K takes it. And that's the point I'm trying to make, is it's not normal for a company to fish out and just choke people for all the fucking money they have. I'm fine spending $15, $20, $30 if it's good content for a game on microtransactions. Alright, okay, it's not the end of the world for me if I end up spending $30, $40 extra on a game for in-game. It's okay. I know some people don't even want to do that, and I understand that. Not everyone has the fucking money like that, so some people really, when you buy the game, you want to be able to play it and enjoy it without having to worry about the guy up there buying packs and cards, and then you just get blown out the fucking water because you can't compete. And then here's when we get to the park cards, because now they're starting to advertise park cards. If it wasn't for YouTubers like Pretty Boy Fredo, who call people dykes and cast a negative light on people who use park cards, if this shit started to get more widely used, I'm telling you right now, a benefit would be they would start to pay more attention to Park. The negative would be, just like My Team, eventually they would find a way to take it so fucking far it'd fall off because it'd eventually make it a pay-to-play game mode. I remember Swante, another YouTuber, said this in a video and it made perfect sense. He was complaining that he had a 98 overall player and a lot of people made the argument, yo, you glitched your player, you had an unfair advantage. So why is it wrong for him to have an unfair advantage, but when 2K gives people park cards, that's an unfair advantage, except when 2K is profiting from it, it's alright. 2K is making money, as long as they're making money, right? I'm letting you know off rip, I play all kinds of games. This is fucking an unbelievable amount of bullshit, and nobody should be standing for it. Park cards are inevitably gonna get popular, alright? Because 2K is gonna implement more and more powerful park cards. They started to do it recently. I saw some YouTubers tweet out they were gonna do a park card opening. I was like, what the fuck? They're gonna get popular at one point. They're gonna be more popular, and as they become more popular, you're gonna wanna beat your favorite YouTuber, you're gonna wanna beat your friend, or you just have the fucking money to blow, you're gonna buy some park cards, you're gonna start using them. And then once that happens, and 2K starts to really make bank off My Park, because now it's the most played game mode. Keep in mind, if they can start to popularize park cards, it's a wrap. 2K at that point is making so much fucking money, their publisher's gonna turn around to developers like, what'd y'all do? Do some more of that fucking shit. And they're gonna go more and more. They're gonna take it a new heights, new heights. Y'all see the people in the My Team community complaining? Some of the people, they said fuck the My Team community and started uploading park videos. Ask me why. Because it's so fucking ridiculous how much you have to pay on top of the game itself just to enjoy a game mode without feeling like you're being handicapped. And it didn't start off like this on My Team. It started just the way it's doing on My Park. I mean, hey, y'all wanna buy VC? Go ahead, pretty cheap. I know some of y'all don't have the time. Cheap VC, this is for you guys. And then the next year, VC is a little bit more difficult to get now, and the packs are maybe more expensive, and it's tougher to get the cards, and they switched it up that year because now they want you to collect all the cards. They want you to spend as much as possible. Hey, do you want an advantage? Do you want to beat your buddy? hey, go ahead, buy these cards. These cards. The next year, even more expensive, then more difficult to make VC. Next year, same thing happens. And it kept getting worse and worse and worse until the most popular fucking game mode in the game fell off. People were sick of it. Not only was there a good alternative in 2K, there was better alternatives, there was other games to play. But 2K has an advantage that games rarely ever get. You guys care about basketball, all right? If 2K made a volleyball game, how many of y'all will buy that garbage game? Huh? Y'all want to play a basketball game. That's what you want. You don't really have any sort of affiliation with 2K. They just create basketball games. They're the only ones doing it, right? If Call of Duty did the same shit, you can make a decision about Call of Duty. I'm gonna play Battlefield or Rainbow Six or Ghost Recon or this. There's so many other alternatives, but when it comes to basketball, there's one game and there's nobody else. And so they're just living and dying by that. They're like, yo, these guys want to play a basketball game, right? Hold on now. Make sure you take every fucking dime they have left. And if they're not willing to give up the money, then they're just gonna be at a disadvantage. And it's a rage-inducing disadvantage. It makes you want to fucking stop playing the game. I'm on a disadvantage. I'm telling y'all right now, in a few months' time, there's gonna be park cards that are even more powerful. Even more powerful. You already know people are using VC on Boost now. They're dropping new clothing items. They want people to buy more. Buy more. Come on now. Don't stop buying, guys. Hey, we're gonna patch how you guys make your VC. We're gonna make it a little bit more difficult. I hope that's fine. But yo, make sure you keep buying more. Like they clearly don't understand their customers if they think that's even remotely okay. They just don't. Again, I'm gonna leave a link in the description to the My Team video. You guys can see just how far that game's fell off in terms of interest. People are kind of just taking a step back. Maybe in the future when the cards get cheaper later in the year, especially if people get tired of the other game modes they're playing, they'll start to get into My Team. Or maybe by that point, other games would have dropped and they just don't give a fuck anymore. I don't know. But to me, I really just want to play a basketball game. There's times I'm playing 2K17 and this shit is fucking fun to play with your friends. There are those times. Then there's other times where I'm playing and I'm like, how does this happen? Why is this happening again and again? And it's the same problem. I don't see any other developers or any other publishers with the same recurring problem but 2K. And so park cards and maybe attribute boosts or whatever the fuck they intend on adding in the future is gonna be the reason that maybe one, they pay attention to my park. Hopefully they do. Because as of right now, it feels like neglected. Almost. Like, I mean, there's a lot of people playing it. You know it's the most played game, but it's not getting the attention it deserves. I mean, even outside of that, for anyone who's in any sort of business or marketing program, you already know what 2K is doing. And it's an error because what I learned in university is keep your heavy users happy because they're gonna give you the majority of your money. And so it's a lot cheaper to keep a heavy user happy than to introduce new people to the game and then move them up the ladder and get them to be a medium to a heavy user. It's a lot more. That's just basic business. Your favorite sport team right now, mine is the Toronto Raptors, right? The season ticket holders and the people who buy the luxury suites are a huge fucking focus because that's where the big money is coming in. Everybody else that buys tickets every once in a while is insignificant relative to those people. And what 2K is doing, and they're saying, fuck the heavy users, the people that really play this game, the people that watch the YouTube videos or make the YouTube videos, the people that grind on the park or play and try and collect all the My Team cards. Fuck you guys. We're gonna take all you, for all the money you got, we're gonna take you because we want to introduce new people to the game. That's all they're really trying to do. And to me, that's an incredibly ridiculous way of marketing, just really operating a fucking business, really bad. I mean, if you've been in any marketing class, you probably know some of the tricks they're using. I mean, you know on the My Park now, you go to like a stage for a day, and then there's a Mountain Dew for a day. They're really, and you see YouTubers use it sometimes too, and it's a pretty good scheme because this shit works for the most part, is when you say something is limited, people are a lot more likely to take action. And that's backed up by a lot of fucking studies. And so what 2K is basically doing is they're saying, there's a limited time you could be on the stage. So you're never gonna get bored of it because it won't always be there. So when it's there, you better be fucking playing it. If I ever drop merchandise, I'm probably gonna do the same thing. It works. If I know that a shirt I want to buy might not be there if I wait 3 more days, I'm more likely to take action now. And so don't just sit there thinking 2K is all fucking happy. You know, oh, sometimes they make mistakes. Don't worry, it's still a really good company. Nah, behind the scenes, they're really trying to make profit. They're profiting off this game big time, and it's off of the heavy users. It turns the light users off who don't want to buy an incredible amount of VC and MT just to participate, and then it fucks up the heavy users who are the people that have to spend that amount just to compete. I know inevitably I'm gonna get a comment like, Agent, you don't have to spend VC, alright, okay? You could just no-life the game like me, alright, okay? I figured out this uni. Fuck you real quick, alright? Unless you're playing anti-up, there's no serious way to make VC at all. I'm gonna leave it at that. alright? This is a little rant on the fucking park cards. There's gonna be more park card openings, alright? There will be, trust me. The second they start to get a little bit more popular, YouTubers are gonna hop on the hype because they're fucking hungry for views. So my park, people are gonna be like, oh, I wonder what a park card opening is gonna be like. They're gonna start viewing the shit. And it's sad because for me, my team was like the inspiring game mode. I thought the shit was gonna continue to shoot up, especially when it was first launched. I was like, yo, this game mode can be big. And then they just took it too far and they fucked it up. And so they might be making money off it right now, but 2K's thinking way too short term because a year from now, 2 years from now, they don't turn off so many fucking people that aren't gonna touch the game modes anymore. And I have a feeling that same thing's gonna happen in Park. I hope I'm wrong about it though, because I actually really enjoy Park and I wouldn't want that to happen. But on the lookout, in 2017, y'all could expect a few more Park card openings from your favorite YouTubers. You can expect 2K to give a little bit more of a fuck of my part. They're gonna start to maybe drop a map or two. Alright, they might do that. They're still gonna fucking waste money on inviting Future and Snoop Dogg to Park After Dark as if that's what anybody cares about. Like, alright, Future's there, okay, but are we gonna fix the main issues real quick though? Alright, that's it. I'm out on that point. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new. Sometimes I just need a rant, cause this shit is just major fucking facts, alright? Agent, you always get angry. Alright, there's a lot of things to be angry about, okay? I play a lot of games that don't make me rage. 2K isn't one of those games, and it's just really disappointing that it even has to be this way. One last thing before I leave is I know some people are says, Agent, stop saying that 2K is dead because then people are gonna stop playing the game. You're gonna fuck everything up. First of all, why does it matter to you? If 2K died, first of all, it won't ever die because people can still want to play a basketball game. Second, if it did, that sucks for 2K, not for you. Third, I've made videos saying 2K is not dead. The people saying 2K are dead are the people in the communities that are dead. So probably my team people, the my GM, my league side is dying down. The only fucking side booming I'm seeing is my park, really. Hey, 2K's gonna take advantage soon though, right? I don't think 2K's dead, alright? Unless Live comes out with a dope product, but I'm hearing some shit behind the scenes. It's not looking promising for Live. I mean, I want it to do good because God knows 2K needs competition, but don't think it's happening this year. I'll wait and see though. I'll wait and see till I see more. I'm gonna catch y'all later. I'm out. Peace.